So once you are in that comfortable seat, let's let the arms just relax down by the sides, hands resting in the lap. Give your body a moment to settle into the shape. And gently close your eyes or take a downward gaze somewhere on the floor. And start to feel the muscles in the face soften. Feel your lower jaw release. And just let the tongue rest wherever it's comfortable. And start to notice how you're feeling in your body tonight. Acknowledging your physical state of being and any sensations that you're aware of in this posture. Begin to scan through your body from head to toe. Just noticing if there are any areas of holding or tension. And if so, let your attention just remain in that area for a few moments, inviting the body to soften more into this posture. Just using the bare minimum effort required to keep your spine upright, letting go of anything extra. Notice the sensation of your feet and ankles against the mat. Maybe you're aware of a slight tingling or a different temperature there than the rest of the body. And notice the sensation of the hands in the lap. That energy of contact with your body. Notice the sensation of your hips on the ground or on the support. And imagine that your hips and lower body could merge with the ground beneath you, rooting down into your foundation. And start to bring your awareness to your spine and notice how it feels in space. And if you're leaning forward or back or more to one side than the other. And if so, see if you can find equilibrium here. Let your spine just be suspended over the hips. And in contrast to that rooting down through the lower body, start to feel yourself lengthen upward through the spine and out the crown of the head. start to pay attention to the movement of your breath. Watching the rise and fall of each inhalation and exhalation. Noticing what expands and what contracts in your body as you breathe. And if you find that you're easily distracted and pulled toward your thoughts tonight, you can try just simply repeating inhale, exhale in your mind along with your breath. As we sit with the breath for the next few moments, see if you can gradually deepen and lengthen your natural breath cycle. We're going to start to add some movement in the body, coordinating with the speed of the breath. You can float the eyes open if you like. On an inhalation, raise the arms up over your head, joining the palms together. And exhale, release them back down beside you. Again, inhale, gather that energy and lengthen upward. Exhale, let it go. Once more, inhale, extend upward and hold. Press the palms actively against each other. Draw your navel in and engage your lower back more strongly now. See if you can get 1 inch taller through your spine. The next time you exhale, slowly split the arms open and reach them behind your back, interlacing your fingers. Roll the shoulders back and gradually extend the arms behind you. If you're more comfortable doing this with a strap, go ahead and do that. Feel your shoulder blades glide down away from your neck and squeeze together, both actions. Good. Continue to sit tall through your spine, but tuck your chin down toward your chest, stretching the back of the neck. One more breath in. And exhale, lift the head and release the arms. Good. Come out of your seat and move the support off to the side if you were using that. We're going to come into table pose. And take some spinal waves from here. On an inhalation, lift your tailbone, chest, and chin, looking forward or up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone and your chin, rounding the spine. And continue through both of these directions, coordinating with your own breath. And feel free to add other directions of movement through your hips, your spine, your shoulders, whatever would feel good this evening to release from the day. Good, and then arrive back at a neutral neutral table pose. Extend your arms forward and press your chest down toward the ground for half down dog. Feel your spine gradually pull deeper into your body and press actively against your palms, long and strong through the arms. And count 5 slow breaths to yourself here. After those 5 breaths, lift your head and come back to table pose. Let's step the right foot in between the hands for a low lunge and slide your left knee down and back so that you can get a lower position in the hips. On an inhalation breath, rise up to crescent lunge, lifting up through the spine. Good, let's again join the palms together, and if you need to bring them farther forward in space to do that, that's perfectly fine. So notice what the range of motion is like in your shoulders. Actively press your palms against each other and straighten those arms as best as you can. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Bring the hands to the floor. Lift your back knee off of the ground for a high lunge. You're really active in that leg. From here, we're going to take a twist. Left hand stays down, rotate and raise the right arm up. Good, a few more breaths here. See if you can rotate a bit more from the navel all the way up the spine. One more breath in. Exhale, the right hand back to the mat. Hop your back foot a few inches closer to the top of your mat and then press back, trying to straighten your front leg, pyramid pose. Folding the upper body over the front thigh, letting your head and neck drop. And if the hamstrings are tight, don't worry about completely straightening this leg so you can bend the knee as needed. We're just going for some length in the hamstring. And try and really connect your back heel to the floor. So if your stance is too wide, you may need to bring the back foot in even a bit more. Good, look toward the front of your mat, lifting your chest. On an exhalation, bend your front knee and step forward, hanging over both legs in a forward bend. You can let your arms and shoulders release, drop the head. Just see if you already noticed the difference between the right and left hamstrings. Place the hands against the shins. Inhale to the flat back position. Exhale, fold forward. Twice more. Inhaling to extend. And exhaling to flex the spine. Once more. Inhale. And exhale, forward bend. Good, bend the knees a bit more and plant the palms on the ground. Walk back to plank pose. Bring the feet and legs together. Good, press down strongly against your palms and hold for 5 deep breaths. One more breath in. As you exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Point your toes and inhale, roll up to cobra. Exhale and let it go. Again, inhale to lift. Exhale to release the pose. Once more, inhale and exhale, release. Good, press back up to your knees from here, and then we'll take that for the other side. Step your left foot in between your hands for the low lunge. Right knee down, and slide it back a bit more here. Nice and low position in the hips. On an inhalation, rise up, finding your balance here in crescent lunge. Lengthening upward And let's press the palms together overhead, and you can move the arms forward in space if you need to, if that's tight in the shoulders. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Bring the hands down. Good. Tuck your back toes and lift that knee off of the ground. High lunge. Really active in that leg as you reach out through the heel. Let's take our twist. Right hand stays down. Rotate and raise the left arm up. Good. Stacking the shoulder blades and squeezing them together as you rotate from the navel up. Good. One more breath in. Exhale the hand back to the floor or your blocks. Hop your back foot a few inches closer to the front of your mat, and then press the hips back as you fold forward for pyramid pose. We're trying to bring the back heel firmly on the floor and attempting to straighten the front leg, stretching the hamstrings. Let your head and neck release. Couple breaths here in this forward bend. Good. Look forward, lift your chest away from the front thigh a little bit, bend your front knee, and step the back foot to the top of the mat. Hang over both of your legs in your forward bend. Letting the arms, shoulders, and neck just release down. From here, we're going to come up to stand. The next time you inhale, open the arms, rise up and reach over your head. And exhale, arms to your sides. Then we're going to take a few slow rounds of sun salutations, so make sure you're at the front of your mat. On an inhalation breath, begin by reaching up. Exhale and fold over your legs. Inhale, flat back position. Exhale, walk to plank pose. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale your body to the ground. Inhale to cobra pose, and exhale, let it go. Inhale, push up to your knees. Exhale, back and up for downward facing dog. Good, adjust your feet a few inches apart, and press back strongly against your palms. On your next breath in, look forward. Exhale, step to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. And exhale, release the arms. Good, second round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, walk to plank. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale to the ground. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, push up. Exhale, back and lift for downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe. One more inhalation, look forward. Exhale, step to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up to stand. Exhale, arms to your sides. One more round. Inhale, begin. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, push up. Exhale, back to down dog. Good. Settle into the shape of the pose. And then watch the rise and fall of your breath. Just be in your body. On an inhalation, look forward. Exhale, feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, and release your arms. Okay, let's bring the feet all the way together. Squeeze your legs into one another, creating a really strong foundation. And tuck your tailbone a little bit so there's less arch in your lower back. We're going to take crescent moon pose. Raise your arms and grab onto your left wrist and then bend to the right. It may look like I'm doing the opposite side as you. I never know if my camera is mirror image or not. We're taking a side bend to the right and just gently pulling on that top wrist to help increase the stretch in the upper part of the body along the armpit and the side of the rib cage. Good. Keep tucking the tailbone down. It's going to help avoid pressure in the lumbar discs in this pose. But if you have any discomfort, then don't bend as deeply. Good. Let's inhale and reach up. Exhale, just release and relax the arms for a few moments. Roll the shoulders a few times. Good. Let that one go. Other side, raise the arms, grab your right wrist and gently pull up on it. Squeeze the legs and tuck your tailbone as you bend to the left. Good. On an inhalation, lift back up and exhale. Release the arms, roll the shoulders a few times. Good, let that one go. We're going to take a forward fold with a shoulder stretch, so you can either clasp your hands together behind your back or grab a strap to connect your hands. Take your feet a little wider apart than hip width. We're going to roll the shoulders back and extend the arms behind you, opening your chest. Good, bend the knees a little bit, send your hips back and fold your upper body forward, dropping the head as you fold over the legs. Feeling your arms gradually lift up into that space behind you. Let your neck be released, feel heavy through your head. Good, and then release the arms, but stay down in your forward fold. Just let the shoulders melt down. And from here, turn your toes out slightly, bend your knees and lower your hips down for a squat. Bring the elbows to the inside of the knees and the palms together in front of your heart, and try and lift up through your spine here. Good, and if this pose is not comfortable for you to hold, feel free to come out if you need to, or you can support the pose with blocks or something underneath your hips. Good, try and widen the knees to the same angle that the feet are facing now. So try not to let them dip in toward each other. And you can use the strength of your elbows to help with that, but also squeeze your outer hips and help widen the knees using your own leg strength and not purely the force from your elbows. Good, a few more breaths here. Good, we're gonna return to a forward fold. Drop the hands, drop your head, and lift your hips up in space. Toe heel your feet a little closer together, and just hang over the legs here. And from wherever you are on your mat, just walk it out to downward facing dog. So I'm kind of in the middle. I'm gonna walk my hands forward and feet back, and then just stretch it out through the spine and arms. Good, from this down dog, raise your right leg up into the air without bending your back. So square hips, using the strength of your right glute and hamstring to raise that leg up. Press evenly through both palms. Good, and then look forward at your hands. On an exhalation, step that foot all the way to the top of the mat. Good, ground your back heel to the floor and come on up to warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. And adjust the feet if you need to, if they weren't quite where you want them to be from that lunge. Getting nice and low in the front leg. Good, look over one of your front fingers. Just actively reach your arms apart. From here, we're going to reverse the upper body. Take the left arm down and reach the right arm up, and then lean back in space. Taking the top arm over your face for reverse warrior two. Stay low in that front leg. Deep side stretch. Good, take it back to warrior two. One deep breath in here, and then exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Lift your back heel up, and then return to downward facing dog. From this down dog, maybe pedal the legs a few times back and forth, just helping to release the hip. Good, and then find stillness in the pose. We're going to slowly raise the left leg up without bending the back or opening the hip. Feel the strength of your glute and hamstring really work to lift this leg up. Good, look at your hands. On an exhalation, sweep that foot all the way up to the front of the mat. Ground your back heel to the floor and come on up to warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Good, adjust your feet if you need to. Feel the depth in the front leg and then the length in the back leg as you root through the back heel. Beautiful. Looking over one of your front fingers, active energy across the arms. And reversing the arms, right arm down, left arm up. As you exhale, lean back, deep side stretch in reverse warrior two. Keeping the legs the same. Good, inhale, take it back, warrior two. Exhale, hands to the ground. Lift your back heel up and return to downward facing dog. You can pedal the legs a few times, rocking the hips a little bit, just helping to release some of that strong energy. And then let's bring the knees to the floor and take child's pose. You can take your favorite version, whether that's the wide knees or close legs, and give yourself a few moments to settle and let your shoulders melt. Close your eyes. And just try and bring your attention back to the rise and fall of your breath. From here, we're gonna come back into table pose. So lift yourself up off the heels when you're ready. Plant the palms shoulder width apart and the knees hip width apart. So from here, we're gonna come into threading the needle. Raise your left arm up and exhale, sweep it underneath you, shoulder and the head to the floor. Move your right hand over a little and push the ground and lean back onto your left shoulder, feeling it pull away from your spine, really stretching the rhomboids and the lats. Good, breathe into the twist. And if you like, you can raise your right arm up into the air and let it fall back to open the chest, or you can wrap it around your back, tucking it for a half bind. Good, release the arm if it was in the bind and take the hand to the floor. And then we'll all push the ground, come off of the shoulder and reach up to the left again. And then release that hand. Good, other side, raise your right arm up and open. Sweep the arm underneath you, bring the shoulder and the side of your head to the ground. Good, and then use your left hand to push the floor and lean back more, spreading your shoulder blade away from the spine. Nice deep breath. And if you like, you can raise the left arm up into the air, adding the chest opening, or wrap it around the back for the half bind. Good, and release that arm if you did that. Hand to the floor. We'll all push the ground, coming off the shoulder, and reach up to the right again. Good, bring that hand back to the floor. We're going to keep the knees on the mat and just walk the arms forward again one more time for our half down dog. See if you can get any more extension in the spine this time or in the shoulders. Count 3 more breaths here. And then lift your head up, and we're going to come have a seat on the ground. And if you have a strap, you can use it for some of our hamstring postures as an assist. So elevate your hips if you like and find that strap. Okay, we're going to start with nose to knee pose. You can straighten your left leg in front of you, bend your right knee out to the side and drag the foot in so that it meets the inner left thigh. And try and really drop that knee down toward the ground. If it hovers quite high or feels tight, you can put a block there to encourage the hip flexor to relax. Take the strap and throw it around the ball of the left foot, and then hold it with a really tight grip and pull back against it to sit up as tall as you can through your spine. So just feel how that tension against the strap can help you lengthen up through your posture. Good. A few breaths upright here. Really draw your lumbar spine into the body. I had a really awesome yoga teacher when I lived in Rochester who always said that every seated forward bend starts as a back bend. And that idea of drawing your low back in so that when you go forward, you don't start by bulging your lumbar discs out. So I love thinking of that idea of hugging the lumbar in really strongly. And then when you're ready, tuck your chin, pull on your strap to help now extend the spine forward. And then re-extend your arms. If the hands meet the foot, then use it. But if you still have a lot of strap left, just keep holding it in the pose. But little by little, you can move your hands forward so that you're not feeling like you're wasting energy with the biceps. ready to come out, inhale and start to lift away from the leg. Good, let's switch. Extend your right leg in front of you. Fold your left knee out to the side. Bring that foot right up to the inner edge of your right thigh. Good, bring the strap around the ball of the foot. Hold it with a tight grip. The arms are straight and you're gonna pull back against it and draw your lumbar spine in. Feel your sternum lift up. But let the shoulder blades be low. Right? That's not where the effort is. It's in the low back. Good. Breathe deeply here. And then whenever you're ready, once you feel as tall as you can get, tuck the chin, pull on your strap, and guide your spine forward and down, little by little. And then re-extend your arms so that you're not pulling the entire time. Either keeping the strap or holding the foot if the hands reach there. And if you're ready to come out, inhale and rise up away from the leg. Good, let's release the bent knee and now extend both legs forward. You can either have the legs touching or put a little space between them, whatever is more comfortable for your hips and your body. Let's throw the strap around both feet now. Strong energy, tight grip with your hands as you pull against the strap to sit up really tall. Shoulder blades down, low back is pulling in, almost creating a back bend here first. And then when you're ready, tuck the chin, pull against your strap, and slowly lengthen your spine forward and down, any amount. Right? So honor your body's edge, and just be there. Re-extend the arms so you're not pulling the whole time. And let go through your neck if you can, allowing your head to drop. And from time to time in this pose, just check in with your shoulders. They often have a tendency to pull up by the neck, especially in forward bends. So you may have to consciously glide them down, creating space so that there's no tension in the neck. Good. When you're ready to come out of this, slowly roll yourself up. Good. Let's get rid of the strap. You can keep your left leg where it is out in front of you. Bend your right knee and draw the foot in. And then cross the foot to the outside of the left thigh. Good. Sit up tall again. Just like the forward folds, think of these twists as a little bit of a back bend first. Draw your lumbar in and extend upward. And then we'll raise the right arm up, twist to the right, and put that hand down behind your back. Good, and then if you want, bring the bent knee into the bend of your elbow. That can help give you a bit more rotation. Or you can cross the elbow outside the knee and press against it. And notice how your breath moves in the body in this shape. You may need to really more consciously relax your abdominals when you inhale. And then re-engage them when you exhale, which can help deepen your twist. Good. One more breath in. And exhale, unwind. Good. Release the bent leg and extend it in front of you. And then hug your left knee in toward your upper body, and then cross the foot over to the outside of your right thigh. Good. Sit really tall. Hug the lumbar spine in. And then we're going to raise the left arm up, twist to the left, and as you rotate, put the left hand on the ground behind you. Deep, exaggerated breath. And again, you can bring the bent knee into the bend of your elbow or cross the elbow just outside the knee and press against it. One more breath in and exhale. Unwind. Good. Release the leg. Come down off of whatever you might have been sitting on. And I'm going to have you transition to the wall space nearby, or if you've just got a piece of furniture that you can put your legs up on. We're going to take a restorative inversion before we do Shavasana tonight. So if you have a bolster and you like to support your low back, you can get that ready. And if you're going to the wall, curl up into a fetal pose on your side with your butt as close to the wall as you can get it. And then roll onto your back and swing the legs up the wall. And from here you can adjust if you're not quite where you want to be. If you're using your bolster support or whatever you have at home, bend your knees, push your feet against the wall and lift your hips up, and then slide that support underneath so that it supports your low back and your hips. And again, if you don't have a clear wall space nearby, you can just put your legs up on the seat of a chair or maybe rest them against the back of your couch. Just something to get the legs up in the air. Once you're settled here, let's open the arms out to the sides in a T position or a little lower if that's better for your shoulders. Roll your palms to face up toward the ceiling. And start to let your shoulders just melt down into the ground. And then bring your awareness to the contact of your heels and the wall, or whatever your legs are touching. Noticing the sensation of that contact. The pressure, perhaps the subtle tingling or vibration feeling. And then mentally scan down your legs from the toes all the way to the hip joints. Noticing if there's any active energy in the muscles of the legs. You want this posture to feel really effortless. So it doesn't matter if your legs are perfectly straight. Let your quads relax, your hamstrings relax. Let your calves and the muscles in front of the shins and ankles feel soft. And then bring your attention to your abdomen. And start to observe the rise and fall in the abdomen with your breath cycle. And notice if there's any resistance or reluctance in the body to relax your abdominals when you inhale. Often we hold without even noticing. So feel your abdomen freely expand every time you breathe in. And then gently contract every time you breathe out. Rising and falling in the body like a wave. And then if you like, if you're at a wall space that allows for this, we'll take the next few moments in this pose with the legs wide open. So start to let your heels separate, letting the legs fall apart, just easing into it, not having an expectation about how wide they should go or what your range of motion is going to be like. Keeping the muscles of the legs in that state of relaxation. And just letting whatever hip opening the body will allow. And then bring your attention back to the rise and fall of the breath once you've created this shape. If you're here in this wide leg variation, take about 5 more breaths. And when you're ready to release, just start to slowly work the legs back together. It may help you out to use your hands to kind of bend the knees a little bit and then slide the heels in. Just take your time. Good. So once the legs are back together, just notice how your body feels. If you are really, really happy and comfortable being in an inversion with the legs up the wall and you want to stay here and do your Shavasana in this posture, then you can just be where you are, let your arms relax, whether that's out to the side or hands on the body, whatever you like. If you'd rather come out of the position and lie on your back, then bend your knees down toward your chest, slowly roll back to that fetal pose, and just take a moment there. No rush to get up and to adjust yourself, so give your circulation time to adjust. And then whenever you're ready, use as little effort as possible to just adjust yourself back to your mat and to a reclined posture for Shavasana. So if you did move out of that inversion, once you feel settled on the ground, then close your eyes again. Start to feel your upper back and shoulders melt down into the ground. Let the arms become heavy again. You feel your hips and your legs settle down. And then let's all take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let your lower jaw release. Let the tongue be relaxed. Feel the throat and the back of the neck soften. And start to let go of the mental focus on the breath. Let go of that deeper breath energy. And just allow your natural breath quality to return to your body during corpse pose. Allowing your body and your mind to completely rest. slowly bring your attention back to your breath. And take a few deeper breaths as you begin to move a little through the fingers and the toes, ankles and the wrists, or any other movement that would feel good to you right now. And then eventually roll over to one side of your body, curling up into a fetal pose, and just pausing there briefly to notice how you feel right now. And stay with that feeling and bring yourself back upright to any comfortable seated posture, keeping your eyes closed and your focus inward. And just take a moment to be in your seat again. Let the arms feel heavy and relaxed. And just gradually expand the breath. And we'll close our practice chanting Om one time. And bring the palms together in front of the heart and take a deep breath in. Exhale and gently bow your head, acknowledging yourself for making the time and the space to do this practice tonight, and expressing gratitude and appreciation to your own body. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you showing up, and I hope you enjoyed this class. Thanks so much. Thank you, everyone.